Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani and this is the video number 90, and in this video I will be explain question number 12 of chapter number 5, surface chemistry. So question number 12, what is the difference between multimolecular and macromolecular colloids, and give one example of each, and how are associated colloids different from these two types of colloids. So we have to already known about difference between multimolecular and macromolecular colloids. So see, multimolecular colloids are formed by aggregation of large number of molecules. Example like soul of gold or silver contain particles consist of large number of their atoms. And macromolecular colloids consist of particles of colloidal size like 1 to 1000 nanometer, and an example polythene. Associated colloids are made of substance which are strong electrolytes at low concentration and then which is dissociate in their solution. So above a certain concentration, large number of their ions combine and form micelle of colloidal size. So salts are example of this type, okay, of macromolecular. Then sol of gold or silver, example of multimolecular colloids, and then SOP, example of macromolecular. So this is the main difference between multimolecular colloids are formed by aggregation of large number of molecules, and then macromolecules consist of the particles of the colloidal size 1 to 1000 nanometer, and then it is formed by these colloids are made of substance which are strong electrolytes concentration which dissociate in their solution. Then question number 13, what are enzymes? Write in brief the mechanism of enzyme catalysis. So I already in my explain in my notes what are enzymes and mechanism. Okay, so see my notes. Then question number 14, how are colloids classified on the basis of? So this is the first topic of the colloids, classification on the basis of the physical state, second nature of the dispersion medium, and third interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So in detail wise explain in my notes. Then question number 15, explain what is observed. Question number 15, explain what is observed. So question first, when a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution. So when a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution, so Tyndall effect is observed, and the path of beam becomes visible due to scattering of light. So reason is Tyndall effect. So when a beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution, so Tyndall effect is observed, and then path of beam becomes visible due to scattering of light. Then second number, an electrolyte NaCl is added to hydrated ferric oxide salt. So electrolyte NaCl. So when the electrolyte NaCl is added to the hydrated ferric oxide, so the charge on the colloidal particles is neutralized. Reason NaCl, Na plus Cl minus, and hydrated ferric oxide Fe2O3. So it is also have plus and cation and anion. So the colloidal particles is neutralized by the positively charged ions and provided by NaCl. So resulting coagulation, because opposite ion charges neutralized and then coagulation. Then third, on passing electric current through a colloidal sol, and electrophoresis occurs and sol particles move towards oppositely charged electrode and get coagulated. So whenever electric current pass through a colloidal solution, so electrophoresis occur, and so sol particles move towards oppositely charged electrode and get coagulated. So question first, beam of light is passed through a colloidal solution. So what is observed? Tyndall effect. Then second, electrolyte NaCl is added to hydrated ferric oxide salt. So it is neutralized by positively charged. So which what is we have to observe? Coagulation. And then third, electric current is passed through a colloidal solution salt. So colloidal salt, so what is the observed? Electrophoresis, and electrophoresis occurs, so salt particles move towards oppositively charged electrode and then get coagulated. Then question number 16, what are emulsion and what are their different types? Give example of each. So emulsion are colloidal system in which dispersed phase and dispersion medium both are liquids. So liquid in liquid, it is known as emulsion. So dispersed phase and dispersion medium both are liquids, so known as emulsion. What are their different types? So types is oil in water, and second one water in oil. Oil in water example is milk, and then water in oil is example is butter. It is already explained in my video. Then question number 17th, what is de-emulsification? And name two de-emulsifiers. So de-emulsification is the process of breaking up of emulsion. That is means separate the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. De-emulsification is the process of breaking up of an emulsion, and then it can be done by freezing or centrifugation. So which name two de-emulsifiers? So freezing or centrifugation. Then question number 18th, action of soap is due to the emulsification and micelle formation. So action of the soap is due to the emulsification. See, cleansing action of the soap is due to the fact that their molecules form micelle around the oil droplets and that they completely surrounded it with their polar ends projecting outwards. You already known about in micelles. And the oil droplets surrounded by stearates ion pulled away from clothes into water forming emulsion and which is washed away. So the cleansing action of soaps involves micelle formation and emulsification both. So action of the soap is due to the emulsification and micelle formation. So cleansing action of soap is due to the fact that their molecules form micelle around the oil droplets and such they completely surrounded it with their polar ends projecting outwardly, and the oil droplets surrounded by stearate ion pulled away from clothes into water forming emulsion which is washed away. So the cleansing action of soaps involves micelle formation and emulsification both. Then, for example of heterogeneous catalysis, you already know those catalysis in which dispersed phase and dispersion medium, okay, reactant and product also in different state, okay, and then already this is explained in my notes. You see my notes, okay. Question number 20, what do you mean by activity and selectivity of a catalyst? So activity that is means of a catalyst is its effectiveness or efficiency as catalyst, okay, and depends upon the strength of the chemisorption of reactant, that is means chemical bond, which should be optimum, neither too weak or not too strong. So activity of catalyst is its effectiveness or efficiency as catalyst, okay, and depend upon the strength of the chemisorption. But selectivity of a catalyst is its ability and to result in the formation of a particular product, okay. So selectivity of a catalyst result in the formation of the particular product. Question number 21 describes some feature of catalysis by zeolites. Question number 22 shape selective catalysis, and question number 23 following terms: electrophoresis, coagulation, dialysis, Tyndall effect. So these topic wise I already explained in my videos, okay. So please see my again video. Then question number 24, give 4 uses of emulsions. So 4 uses of emulsion, like first synthetic paints, so for painting of walls are emulsion. Then cleansing action of soap and detergent is based on the formation of oil in water types emulsion. Then photographic films and plates are made by applying a coating of an emulsion of light. sensitive silver bromide in gelatin. And then fourth use of digestion of fat in our body occurs through its emulsification in intestine. Okay, so these are 4 uses of emulsion. First, synthetic paints for painting of walls. Second, cleansing action of soap and detergents. Then third, photographic films and plates are made by applying a coating of an emulsion of light sensitive silver bromide in gelatin. And then fourth use, digestion of fat in our body. Then question number 26, explain the terms with suitable example. First is alkosol. Alkosol, that is means it is colloidal system in which particles of solid are dispersed in alcohol, that is means alcohol, that is means solid in alcohol, so it is known as alkosol. So solid particles, it is dispersed phase, and alcohol is dispersion medium. So when dispersion medium is alcohol, so it is known as alkosol. These colloidal system known as alkosol. Example, colloidal solution of silver or gold in alcohol. So silver as a solid way, gold solid way, and dissolve in alcohol. So it is known as colloidal system known as alkosol. Second one, aerosol. So aerosol are colloidal solution in which a solid or a liquid is dispersed in gaseous medium. So aerosol, solid or liquid is dispersed in gaseous medium, that is means solid or liquid in gas. So solid or liquid, it is a dispersed phase, and gaseous medium, it is dispersion medium. Example, smoke or fog. Third is hydrosol. Hydrosol are colloidal solution and in which solid is dispersed in water. So solid in water, solid is dispersed phase and water is dispersion medium. So it is known as mud. Example. So alkosol example is colloidal solution of silver or gold in alcohol. Aerosol, smoke or fog in example of aerosol, and then mud example of hydrosol. Then question number 27, comment on the statement that colloid is not a substance but a state of substance. It is already came in board exam. Again I say question. Comment on the statement that colloid is not a substance but a state of substance. So see, this substance is correct way because colloid is not a substance, it is a state, not a substance, it is a state. So any substance can attain this state under suitable condition when size of its particles is the range of 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. So it is dispersed in a suitable medium. Okay, so it is main reason is size, and like sulfur is ordinarily a crystalloids but can become a colloid under suitable condition. Okay, which example? Sulfur. Soaps and detergent form true solution, but when dilute, okay, soap and detergent form true solution when dilute, but colloidal solution when their concentration is increased beyond a certain value, that is means CMC, critical missile concentration. So at the CMC value, soaps and detergent solution concentration increase, so it is referred as a colloidal solution. So colloid is not a substance but it is a substate of substance. Okay, so next video, see, so total question is 27 of the textual exercise question. So thank you so much.